None of this shit has to be in the workplace, right? It's like, oh, we got to make sure that we're inclusive. We got to make sure that we like it. We want to make sure we don't offend anyone. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're gonna offend someone no matter what. Okay, just it really depends on what you do with the information that you have, what you do with how you offended someone. Are you going to apologize? Right? Let's say if you said something that it's not actually like bad, you're saying, hey, I think people shouldn't do this. You shouldn't be canceled for it. You shouldn't have your life ruined for it. And that leads us, that's a perfect segue to the Activision thing that I want to talk about with Nickmercs. Right. So this is huge. This is going on all over the internet right now. And it happened yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead. And this is from Bounding into Comics. Right. Let's see. Activision Blizzard pulls Nickmercs skin from Call of Duty after FaZe Clan co-owner calls for LGBTQ activists to leave trans kids alone. Yeah, so this is crazy. And I actually watched the video too. So we'll probably watch the video to see what he actually said. I believe he was commenting or responding to someone who posted a video. And if you guys don't know, the context is an Armenian there's an Armenian sort of city, highly populated with Armenians. It's in Glendale, California. I used to work in Glendale, California, and the thing is that yes, it does have a lot of Armenians there, and I guess there was some kind of like assembly or some kind of like announcement at the school, and there are a bunch of Armenian parents that showed up that wants to protest the teaching LGBT stuff at school, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But let's actually read this article for more context. Activision Blizzard has canceled their collaborative partnership with FaZe Clan co-owner Nicholas Nickmercs Kolchev. I'm not sure if I butchered his last name. After the popular streamer voiced his belief that LGBT activist groups should leave the kids alone. Kolchev, who joined what is arguably the world's most well-known esports team in May of 2019, before subsequently becoming a co-owner sometime in April 2021, offered his opinion on the current state of the LGBT activism in response to a recent protest against the Glendale Unified School District's proposal to formally recognize June as Pride Month. On January 6th in Glendale, California, the school board meeting in which officials would be voting on the resolution found itself inundated with parents primarily from local, local Armenian Hispanic. I think it's I think it's June 6th. I think this is incorrect. January 6th. Are we talking about the insurrection again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's June 6th. Let's see. Primarily from local Armenian and Hispanic communities, both of which are highly conservative, who sought to voice their discontent with the district's goal of teaching and promoting LGBTQ-related topics. Though the parents were allowed to speak and freely voice their opinions to the board, this opportunity only lasted roughly 42 minutes. Wow, that's actually really short. Until local law enforcement locked down the entire event due to a deteriorating situation directly outside the building. This situation, as captured on video, involved a violent clash between the parents and LGBT activists, and first punch of which is believed to, at this time, to have been thrown by one of the conservative protesters. Though it ultimately, prevented the vote from being held, this brawl was quickly shut down by local law enforcement, with reports on the matter presenting a final event tally of 0 injuries and just 3 arrests. However, the identities of those apprehended currently remain unknown. So yeah, this is the fight. I'm not going to play it. But yeah. What's it called again? I know a lot of Hispanics, and I'm not sure about Armenians. I know they're like Catholic, right? Roman Catholic. So they're more conservative in thought, in believing kind of that kind of stuff. And what the thing is, what did he say, right? Later shared to Twitter by an independent journalist, Brennan Murphy, said the video physical altercation would eventually draw a comment from veteran esports caster Chris Puckett, who noted this happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. If you're teaching kids that, it really depends on, if you want to teach your kids that, then it's fine. But I'm not going to teach my kids what I don't want them, or what values that I don't want them to believe in, right? Because they're my kids. So let's actually read this, right? So that this is actually what they wrote, and
Yeah, I think Jeremy has an issue with this guy who tweeted like,
fuck it.
yeah, I think he made some kind of Trump tweet back in the elections day that contradicts what he's saying here.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I'm
anyway,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
There's a lot of
yeah,
people who have TDS and stuff. So
yeah,
see, the thing is that an anti-LGBT protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators, right? So let's see, like what did actually Nickmercs said, right? So it was then that Kolchev would author the tweet that would in short time land him in hot water. Replying to Puckett, in FaZe Clan co-owner declared they should leave the little children alone. That's the real issue. I don't see anything wrong with that tweet.
yep.
I don't see anything wrong with that,
Mhm.
right? Let's see. In turn, Kolchev's tweet was met with a wave of backlash from the general public, many of whom took his statement as pedophilic generalization against all LGBTQ plus members, rather than a commentary on the group's aggressive activism. So here's the thing: if someone said leave kids alone, and you immediately think of the LGBTQ plus community, then are you saying that the LGBTQ plus community are pedophiles? Right? You are
Yeah,
automatically assuming that. He didn't say anything of the sort,
yep, yep,
right? Right?
yep,
So it's the same thing with like a lot of these things are like, oh, drag shows are actually, there aren't any kids at these drag shows and stuff like that. We're not doing any of that kind of stuff. And then Ron DeSantis comes out with, hey, you can't have any drag show performances with kids that are allowing kids in them. And then the drag show performance was canceled. Is because you're allowing kids. This is grooming, right? So I'm not sure. I think Tim Pool might have talked about this, and he said that it's incremental steps, right? It's incremental steps where you introduce them. It's like, hey, can you model? You're 5 years old. Hey, can you model for this? We'll pay you money for it. Cool, you model. Next time you go back, hey, can you take off your jacket and model? Sure, get paid. Come back next time. Hey, can you take off your shirt? And then slowly goes down the rabbit hole of, hey, you did this last time. Wear this skimpy outfit. Wear this. Hey, actually, take off your clothes completely. It's because you did it last time. You're getting a lot of money. And by the time when that person went all the way up, they became basically a prostitute. Right? This actually happened. Right? And another thing is, I actually read somewhere. I think they said that stop grooming our kids by introducing these things so early. Stop normalizing this. And then a person responded with, that's the fucking point. We are trying to normalize this. We are trying to normalize the LGBTQIA plus 2 plus, they're trying to normalize all of that stuff. And the thing is that what does lesbian mean? What does gay mean? What does bisexual? What does queer? What does all that mean? What does transsexual mean? Right? If you actually put that out, look it up in the dictionary. What does it actually mean? And can you actually read that sentence to a 5-year-old and have them be okay with it? No.
nope, nope,
It's not okay with. So that's the reason why you shouldn't normalize it, right? And that's the reason why it's up to the parents. If they want to normalize it for their kids, by all means you can, right? Because I have friends who's a lesbian. Their kids are lesbian. Both their kids are gay and lesbian. And the thing is that kids mimic with their surroundings, right? The kids
yeah,
actually, it's okay to love other people. It's okay to love other people, but that's okay. But if you were to shove that shit up down other people's throat, that's when we have a problem. But let's go ahead and read this. Let's see. 2 days later, Call of Duty centric Twitter news account at Charlie Intel would discover that Activision Blizzard had seemingly, quote, removed the Nickmercs bundle from the Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 store this evening. Activision has not commented on why they removed they explained, but the removal of his bundle comes a day after Nickmercs' recent comments about the LGBT plus community. This is over here. Say released on May 31st, the aptly named Tracer Pack Nickmercs Operator Bundle included 2 different in-game skins, one featuring the esports personality wearing a Spartan helmet, and the other a hooded variant. 2 gun blueprints, blah, blah, yada yada yada. Okay, that's basically his character. See, this is what Call of Duty actually said. Due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs Operator Bundle from Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating pride with our employees and our community. So, 2 things. I don't see a fucking rainbow flag behind your Call of Duty thing. You are actually not an ally. But in all seriousness, he didn't say anything wrong.
He didn't.
All right, this is very, very sad. But they are actually Call of Duty and Activision. I'm not sure about Blizzard. Blizzard has their own shit, but Activision and Call of Duty is actually getting met with the Bud Light treatment.
Yeah.
So, most recently, Tim the Tatman on Twitter says, Nickmercs has been my friend for years. We went in getting our Call of Duty operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove Tim the Tatman bundle. Good. But I remember he actually said something about like how like he didn't want to do it. I'm not sure how he feels because I know he has a family and stuff like that. But he sort of backtracked and said it. You know, you have Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers saying that fucking W, respect. Jeremy from the Quartering. Now this is it. Absolutely king shit. Donut Operator. If you guys don't know who Donut Operator is, go ahead and follow him. He's pretty fucking hilarious. He does a lot of police breakdowns and shootings and stuff like that. He used to be a cop. I love his channel, which is amazing. And a phase Nickmercs. There it is, brother, right over there. Right. And then you have I don't know who the fuck this is, but Cloaksy said this on Twitter. Fortnite with Tim the Tatman, Ninja, and Cypher PK uninstalled Call of Duty. There we go. Another person. And then, but the biggest one is the doc.
Doctor.
It's the doc. So chat. I have a friend that I work with right now. He's actually good friends with Dr. Disrespect, like in real life. And he said that that dude's fucking tall. But he said he worked with him before, and he's actually does he used to play games with him and stuff like that. So he actually does know him. However, this is from Jake Lucky from Twitter and says Dr. Disrespect has uninstalled Call of Duty for Nickmercs. He says unless they apologize or reinstate Nickmercs' bundle, he won't be playing the game. And let's actually watch this clip.
Is uninstall the game. Number 1. I mean, don't get a mistake. In this year's Call of Duty is the worst in its franchise. But that decision by COD's PR marketing team, I'll tell you right now, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the 2-time. I feel like they either need to apologize publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to consider playing Call of Duty again. That's where I'm at. We just don't.
Oh man,
that's a tough one. That's embarrassing.
Yep.
Holy shit.
And this is after last night where he called out Call of Duty PR for all of this. And a lot of people have now responded. We're talking mainstream news. The past 24 hours, complete madness. Doc finished off by saying that he doesn't talk politics. This is okay.
Man. So even the fact that because this is leaning into politics now.
Yeah.
Right. So the fact that you have the doc actually, fucking the doc, man, the guy who went to E3 holding a camera and went into the men's restroom. Okay. That's the reason why he got banned off of Twitch. But
yeah.
So you have someone as big as him. You have Alex Zedra. You guys don't know who Alex Zedra is. She's a gun tuber and she also plays Call of Duty. And she's Mara. She's actually a skin in the game. right? And she even said like, "Fuck Call of Duty." Like she's actually a skin for I think a Warzone when Warzone first came out. So you have a lot of these people who play it now, and that's why Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers like just play Fortnite. Just play Fortnite and do all these things. So let's say if Ninja says something and then they remove his skin from Fortnite or something like that, right? Like let's say all he said was leave kids alone, and then Fortnite removes Ninja's skin. Like that's pretty fucking shitty. Like I don't know, man. What do you think about this crazy ass controversy with Nickmercs and Call of Duty?
Yeah. I'll try to be as professional and eloquent as possible. To the people who did this, fuck you. And I hope you get fired from your job.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like I have nothing else to say. It's like you're pretty disgusting. There's nothing wrong with what Nickmercs said. And yeah, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have to say.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.